Okay, hi everybody. In the never-ending search for decent coffee on the trail, I picked up this Wakako clone from Aldi under their Adventure Ridge brand. It was €30, $29.99. So gave a little bit of a save. It's almost the same, I think, but let's just have a quick look. Right, we open it up. In the box, we'll keep that box just to keep the documents etc. in. We get a warranty card, 1 year warranty. Of course you need to keep the receipt for that, and an instruction book, user manual, quite well made, shows you all the parts, how everything sets up, a troubleshooting section, and the specifications. So we have a water capacity of 100 millilitres, dimensions 175 by 61 by 70 millimeters, and a specified weight of 290 grams. I'll just bring this in close. Hopefully you can see that there. If we go into the bag, we take it out. You can see it's very similar to the more well-known brands. Cup at each end. Obviously it's for espresso. A water tank at one end, a measuring cup. And we take off the other end, you can see rubber seals and the receptacle for ground coffee. Now if we want to fill it up, we can follow the same instructions as a Wakako. We fill this up to the brim, put it in there, tamp it down, attach that on, and it goes in nice and tight. The pump is a twist and pull. No batteries required. It works by pumping up the pressure. Now this was bought yesterday, which is why I didn't upload, as I was waiting to get this. I haven't actually prepared for washing. It's straight out of the box. So I'll just put all this back together the way it was. I do believe that this fitted in there. Yeah. That on there. That on there. Oh, the cups are slightly different size cups. Now, I'll go and give this a wash and a dry, and then we'll boil up some water and prepare ourselves a coffee. This makes espresso type coffee. Obviously you'd be boiling enough water to make yourself an Americano if you just dilute the espresso a little bit, or whatever else you want. It does not need batteries. Everything is from the pump. You will need a stove or a means to heat up the water for the machine. So, give me a couple of minutes and we'll come back and try out the Adventure Ridge portable coffee maker. See you then. Okay, so we have about 300 mils of water in the fire maple pot. We have our Soto Windmaster and a cleaned machine. I did notice one little thing. This is the water tank, okay. We shall have that over there. I did notice one little thing which might affect things if you're out in the field. This little rubber seal which fits in here, it's very loose, tends to come out. If you drop that, it's very specific, you're not going to get a new one. So I've removed the bowl for the coffee from its housing, switch that over, give it a tap. I don't know which coffee this is, it's just a ground coffee that we had in a jar somewhere. Tamp it down. That needs to be fitted back in securely. And well screwed in. Now we just need to heat up the water. That was quite a loud pop. Let me show you the Soto in action. There we go. Now I presume we don't need boiling water for this. It's just hot water, and that will go in there. I've spilt coffee everywhere, of course. I'll release the pump as well, so it's ready. I really have to adjust the fins on this pot, as they sometimes don't fit right. A little screwdriver will fit in and bend them over. Now I chose the Windmaster because it's a good boiler. That's it, it's boiling already. I didn't even have to do any editing or time lapse on that. And as usual, the pot's just a little bit vacuumed in. Right, I'll just let it cool down just a tad. I don't want exactly boiling water going in this. And we fill up the water tank to the line, which I presume is round about there. We're dealing with hot water here, so just be very careful. and we'll see if it leaks. And we'll use this cup. Now, if I remember rightly from quick glance at instructions, you just need to start pumping. I'll just move that over so you can do it a bit like that. I'm using my bad hand actually, so I'll use my left hand. It's forcing the water through the coffee. That seems to be our max. We do have a little bit of leakage, which I will mop up. Where did the leaks come from? Don't know. Okay, so here we have a coffee. You can't really see the colour of it. Not really any crema on it. Let's see if it works. Well, I'll just have a quick look and see if there's any water left. No, it used up all the water. And on the other side, we have the grounds. It's a bit, it seems a bit messy, but we'll be using it outside. So a little bit of spillage is allowed. Oh. That's actually a proper espresso. You can't actually see the colour in the glass. Bear with me. I'll go and get another cup and I'll make an Americano out of it. Okay? Okay, so here we have a mug. It's white. You'll probably be able to see it a bit better. There we go. You can see the colour. That's a nice strong espresso. Here we have some hot water left over. We're making it, that'll do as an Americano. Okay, cheers everyone. Oh, that's quite all right actually. Now, I made a bit of a mess though. 290 grams. Now I'm using a filter bag basically for making coffee if I'm out and about. Yeah, a Primula Brew Buddy is what I'm using. Now you can see we've got the grounds there, everything. So what do I think of this? I probably needed to screw on each end a bit tighter. pumping was fine. I was a bit disappointed. I expected a bit of a crema on it, but that's probably just because of my weakness in pumping up this thing. I would probably leave the cups behind. They're not really required. I'd have my Sea to Summit X mug anyway. Hold on, I'll just have another sip of coffee. I will of course have to get the grounds out, but I usually carry disposable bags for things like that, toilet paper, etc., waste, and keep it all in the Sea to Summit trash bag that I had a video on before. It would probably get a bit funky if you're just rinsing it out in a burn or stream, but the only thing is just to make sure that this little rubber washer doesn't wash away, doesn't disappear, fall on the ground. I don't see myself being able to make one of these, so I'd have to make sure that that is nice and secure each time. I'll just give that a twist. But this, how many grams did I say? It's just over 200 odd. Maybe 250, was it? Let's have a look. 290, so almost 300 grams. Yeah, it's not light, but it does make a nice cup of coffee. So, I don't know. I probably would take it. My ethos is that luxury and comfort trumps or trounces lightness. You can always save a few grams elsewhere, but have a decent mattress, a nice cup of coffee, and keep the weight down. So tell me what you think. Do you think it's a good buy? Do you think it was a waste of 30 euros? Would you get something like this, or do you have something like this? Maybe a lot of you have the original Wakako presses, that this is an obvious clone of. Now, before we go, I'd just like to give a shout out to all the viewers, especially my subscribers, for getting me over the 500 subscriber milestone with YouTube. I hit the watch hours a long time ago. I'm well over 5,000 watch hours now, I think. But getting to 500 is, for me, a huge milestone. When I started this in April 2024, I'd never thought I would get to 500 subscribers and that 500 subscribers would want to see what I'm churning out. So thank you very much, everybody. And if you're not subscribed, give me a subscription and we'll try and get up to 1,000 and see what happens. Now rest assured, nothing will change with the channel. I won't be imposing on my subscribers, and I'll be trying to bring you new gear, new stoves, and hopefully something interesting to watch. So until the next time, see you all later. Bye bye.